Yo, my old school soul food family, Chef Jeff is back with another video. All right, y'all, it's not a Monday motivational menu idea favorite today. I'm gonna touch on something that's really dear to my heart, and it really affects me. It affects me big time as a young kid all the way up to my 30s. And I contemplate doing this video, but I'm thinking maybe you know how I am. I'm very transparent about certain things. To me, it's not all about cooking. Sometimes I talk about things that a lot of people don't want to talk about, don't want to discuss. But I'm hoping this video will help. If it just help one or two people, I think I did my job. The month of May is, if you don't know, is Mental Health Awareness Month. And you know, I think we got one more day left because this video will come out Monday on Memorial Day. Of mental health and its awareness. And people think of mental health as mental health. People with mental health issues is people in a straitjacket, in a psycho ward and all that. It's not like that, y'all. It's not like that. I'm gonna go to a few things here, and then it's the only thing I'm gonna go to some notes here, and then I'm gonna tell you my experiences and how we can help a lot of people going through this that's causing a lot of issues that we got going on in this country today. You have all kind of mental health issues. Like I say, it's not people just crazy running the streets and jumping and hollering all out of control and got to be put down by sarcasm. No. Like I say, anger. People with anger issues, that's mental health. Anxiety, panic attack, bipolar disorder. You got so many. You got depression. You got drugs and alcohol. That's a mental illness issue. Eating problems. People just eat. Hoarders. People hearing voices. Loneliness. Of course, you know the ones are paranoia, you know, phobia. Then the common one is PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, post-traumatic syndrome. People come from war. That's all that. Schizophrenia, I can't say that word too much. Of course, that's a normal one that people relate to mental stress. It's sleep problems, stress, suicidal, trauma, all this. I'm going to tell you, too, that I dealt with at a young age and still get counseling. I call it, I don't call it, some people say, oh, psychologists, or therapist. I call it counseling. I still go to a counselor about every 2 months or whatever. I used to go twice a month. I'm gonna get into that pretty soon. The two I dealt with from a young age, low self-esteem, and I think low self-esteem was the big one, and depression. Low self-esteem was number one in the depression. Yeah, Chef Jeffrey, depressed, the happy-go-lucky, yes. Let me touch on some things first here. I guess let me start from the beginning. I'm trying to make this video as brief as possible because this could be a 3-day video if you want to know how to deal. I'm going to just compact it down in about 20-minute video. You know, I grew up in a small town, 750, 800 people. Went to a small school, stuff like that. And let me tell you, and kids can tell you this, kids can be very, very cruel to each other. And they don't know how it affects other kids. Some other kids can take things certain ways and stuff like that, and some kids ain't. Some are stronger than others, some are nicer than others, some can deal with stuff different than others. I dealt with things growing up that really, really put me in a corner where I had low self-esteem and put me in a box. I used to get made fun of as I was growing up. I had big feet. I had a size 13 shoe at the age of 11. I was wearing size 13. They used to call me Bigfoot. You can look in my eyes, and my sister has the same eyes that I do. It skipped my brother somehow. I have big eyes. We have big eyes, normal than others. And as a kid, you probably can't tell it, I have big eyes. I was called Big Eyes because of my eyes. And then as I got 10 years old, I had to get glasses. That complicated the problem. You get called 4 eyes, you can't see, Coke bottle eyes, different things like that. That affects me, and it's cruel, and I really, it wasn't that I didn't do nothing about it because I was weak. I was just respectful and that kind of nice of person because no word was near weak. And another thing, these were just words, and my parents always taught me don't ever get altercation and fight with about it because people just talking about you. Because that's physical things like that, that's different. But it affected me bad because it got to the point where I didn't want to, when I go in crowds or get on the bus or go to school, I wanted to be in the back, very quiet, where I wasn't seen or nothing like that, where nobody would be able to say anything about me because I wasn't heard or seen. And it went on like that for pretty much years, all the way through my adulthood. Let me start here. Well, I'll get in that later. I got a kind of plan here where I'm getting to. So that affected me all the way up to, I had a small core of friends that I talked to growing up in high school, elementary, went all the way to elementary, junior high, high school. It's the same individuals did it. Never approached them on it, never told them about it. I mean, let me tell you, I carried that resentment for years, for about 31 years against these individuals. I just had a hatred in my heart against them, not a cruel hatred, but a dismay against these individuals because they didn't know. To them, it was funny. To me, it wasn't. To me, it was just stunning you can't, and anything I did, these was like 5, 6, 8 individuals in our town, and a lot of them lived on my street. 85% of them live on the same street. With the kind, when you go to church, what kind of clothes you wear, what kind of shoes you wore. And it was difficult to find, my mom and dad to find shoes for me because in the small towns, they don't have 13 shoes. That's not they go up to 11 and 12, that's it. But it would just put me in a hole while I was very shy and had the shyness for many, many years. I didn't really talk a lot. I had all that. If you had told me at 10, 12, 15, 18, 25 years old, I'd be sitting here doing a YouTube channel, I'd say you crazy. Ain't no way I'm going to get in front and talk to nobody, tell nobody anything. I was that person that sit in the back. But like I said, as I grew up and I started cooking was just outlet for me. The love of cooking was an outlet. I was in the kitchen. I was doing what I was doing. I have to really be associated with people. It was a real outlet for me, and it just grown into that. And I think God did that for me as I look back on my life. But long story short, let's keep moving with the story. Okay, as I went into college, it got a little bit better, a lot better when it got to college. In my 2 or 3 years in college, it was awesome. I didn't have to deal with that. I had awesome roommates. College was fun. I look back on college days, that was some of the funnest days of my life was college because I didn't have to deal with that. Move on after college. I came to the work that I just retired from. In college, you're taught to, when you do job interview, you dress nicely, take your resume, be on time, be early. That's how I did it when I went to my job interview. I was dressed, I think I had a suit on. I had a briefcase with all my documents and resume in it. I think I was 45 minutes early. And as my supervisor was leading me in through the kitchen to do the interview, this kitchen was huge, as y'all can see. You had about 24 chefs in there. But these wasn't chefs that graduated school. These was homegrown type cooks that just happened to be cooks. And in the 80s, it wasn't a big thing most kitchens didn't have a lot of culinary graduate chefs. And I was kind of the first one in that kitchen to do that. And I could just feel the tension and people staring at me as I walked in the kitchen. Long story short, I got the job. I was hired, as you know, but it was very, very difficult. They called me college boy, country boy, cornbread. I got to call all these names. Nobody really, really wanted to help me. But that's why I so appreciate Delvin. I did a video with Delvin. Delvin was the one that reached out to me, took me under his wings and say, okay, Jeff, we're going to do this, this, and this. And he really made me feel comfortable. He showed me around the city of Houston. He really, really helped me a lot. And a couple of more people done that. And it really, really made me comfortable because if it wasn't for Delvin, I owe Delvin so much. And I tell him, I don't know if I would have stayed there much longer. I would have worked maybe 6, 8 months and left because it was like I had already got comfortable with myself in college. Like, okay, everybody's not cruel and all that. Then I'm jumping, coming to the big city. I'm coming from 800 people to 3-4 million people. And I said, no, I can't go back. I'm just progressing. Okay. I kind of got through that, kind of got comfortable. A lot of people was weeded out and stuff like that. They started bringing in more students, from culinary students. So life kind of got easier. Okay, I already told y'all about the issue with the females. A couple of ladies I really was, cared for a lot, buying them romance, buying them, roses and cakes and surprising them on the birthdays and things. I would think as a country where I grew up and where we was taught, you make your woman feel special and stuff like that. But I told you the story, if you look at my Valentine's video, how I would just misuse and I don't know what the word is, thinking I'm doing the right thing, but it's happened to me really 3 times. 3 different ladies, and it's just like, I'm doing the right thing, but they wasn't. And it just put me back in a self-esteem like, this is not for me. I'm not good enough for my friends. I'm not good enough for ladies. I'm not good enough for cooking. All that was working together in my head. And it put me into not only a low self-esteem, it put me into deep, deep depression. And deep depression where I was so angry, I wanted to go back and just do something to all the people that made me feel this with my childhood. And I wanted to do something to them, the ladies and stuff that did. It was so much anger. I had low self-esteem, then I had depression. I would go home, but the thing about me, nobody saw that. On the outside, I was happy, go lucky, just friendly, how you doing? I never let nobody see that in me. And it was just killing me inside. And it just all the way up to my 20s and 30s, I had to make a conscious decision because, to the point where it was like, I can't take this anymore. I can't deal with this anymore. If life is going to be like this, I don't want to be here. And yes, it had got to the point, but yeah, how can I take myself out of here? What's the easiest way to take myself out of here? What I think, okay, if I hang myself, if it doesn't work, if I start hanging myself, if it get up there and how do I do this? I was thinking because I live in an apartment, how do I do this? Where do I hang myself at? What I do? Do I write letters? I had all this planned out. I say, if I shoot myself, would I shoot myself? I don't want to shoot myself where in the coffin I look bad, I look messed up with my family and don't want to, in a closed casket, if I use a shot. I had all this planned. I say, what if I take pills? What if the pills just make me so sick that they don't take me out? I had steps, how to take myself out of here. The best, most easiest way to do it. I had all this in my mind. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling this story because it helps somebody. I say, how can I do this? Because I can't deal with this. I had a friend of mine, like I said, it's my friend today. I don't talk to him on a daily basis. And he noticed me not the same. I've always been skinny. I never really, used to eat, had a high metabolism, catching up with me now, but he just noticed me that not the same. And I just told him, I can't take this job anymore. The people here, the women here in Houston is just horrible. And just, he said, you need to go talk to somebody. He said, the insurance here at the job, they pay for this. So I think I was just turned 31, yeah. And I said, I don't want to go to no psychologist. He said, it's not like that. It ain't like you're on the couch and you all that. He said, no, it's not like that. So what I done, I finally made an appointment. And I used to go every other week and talk to this individual, and you don't know how much that helped me as an individual. And a lot of people say, why don't you talk? I have 6 people in my life that I can pretty much tell anything. 2 of them not here anymore. My grandmother, my paternal, my daddy's mom, which she passed away. My dad's not here anymore. I could tell him, he had my back. I mean, people that have my back, no matter what, no ulterior motive, they love me. They push for me. There's only 6 people I know in this world ever in my life. Like I said, my grandmother, my dad, my mom, of course, my brother, and I have 2 friends I've been friends with for over 30 years now, that they root for me. If I tell them something, they actually genuinely happy for me. You got people in your life that's not for you. And another thing, be careful who you tell your issues to, because 85, 90% of them people, they don't care what you're going through. They gonna act like they care, then they're gonna go back and tell this person, they're gonna tell this person, they're gonna make fun of you. That leads up to now. That's the issue we're dealing with in this country, especially as I'm 54-year-old black man dealing with issues. I don't deal with them anymore, but dealing with issues, we're not supposed to speak out. If we do, we're gonna be made fun of. We're gonna be called weak. We're gonna be called, oh man, that's just something. That's just a phase you go through. That's just something you're going through. And a lot of people dealing with all these issues I say here, some worse than others. And they won't get counseling, they won't say anything because they're afraid what other people are gonna think. Let's lead back to kids. Kids are more pressure on kids now than ever with social media and who likes what and who comments this and who comments that. That has a lot to do with kids. Nobody wants to listen to kids, what they feeling with. And after a while, the kid just explodes and do craziness things. We need to start listening to people. We need to put programs up and address the issue in this country. The issue's not knives and guns and all that. Yeah, that has a little part of it. But the main elephant in the room is mental illness. Listen to people and people get help. People dealing with a lot of things that's not able to talk because they are afraid of what the backlash is going to be. You can't say certain things, but, oh, you can't say that. That makes me mad. That upset. Let them say it. If it upsets you, okay. Let them get it out of their system where they feel. Because if they get it out of that's what bothered me for 30 years. Let it get it out of their system, how they feel, what they're going through, all of that, and it won't be so much explosion at the end because some people get so fed up, so mad, so angry, they just don't care anymore. They don't care who they hurt. They want somebody to hurt like they hurting inside. That's what I want. I went through the same thing. I wanted to go back and get all these people that made fun of me as a kid on the school bus in the school. I wanted to get these women that made me look like a fool in front of my coworkers as I'm bringing flowers and candy to them. I wanted that. I'm going to be honest. I wanted revenge factor in my mind. But I got to the point after I did the counseling, and she said something, and I say this a lot of times, and this is what made me just totally change as a person. You say, Jeffrey, how would you get to the point when you don't care what people think about you? How happy will you be when you get to the point, how much can you accomplish if you stop caring what people think about you? That just a whole world opened up to me. It took me years to kind of put that into action, but I realized what she was saying was true. I have this low self-esteem. I can't do this. I can't do this. Knowing I can cook. Some people say you best cook, but in the back of my mind, I can't cook. I can't cook nobody. I can't run faster than this. Knowing I can run faster than a lot of people. I can play basketball, but in the back of my mind, it's like you could see somebody doing it better. It's like, okay, man, I'm not good at that. Now I have the confidence. I had no confidence at all and was good at what I did. At my job, I was awesome at what I did. My supervisor would say, you could work this station and do this by yourself. He would say that, but I didn't believe it. That's why now, even in some aspect, it's still in my system. When y'all send me cards, letters, gifts, I said, I was going to get through this. When y'all send me stuff, okay, I'm still humbled by it. Okay, it's like I'm not deserving of it. It's not like I'm worthy. And I go through that. But, sorry, y'all. But I got through this. I wanted, it's just like I'm not worthy of it and stuff. It does come back. It's still in my system. That's why I still go to counseling every 2 months, maybe every 3 months, because it is overwhelming and stuff like that. And a lot of people say, why you don't go to your parents? Why do you go? I don't tell my mother everything. Not that she don't care, because my mother has issues and stuff like this. And my mom's a worrywart. If I call her and tell her I got a cold, I got a cough, she gonna call me 2 or 3 times that day. Baby, how'd you cough? How'd you do? Mom, I'm okay. And she has enough on her plate that I don't want her worrying about me. I do tell her things. I have another video I'm gonna put on y'all. I'm a cancer survivor from 4 years ago. Nobody knew I was going through treatment except my brother. He knew by text. My mom didn't know. I didn't talk to my mom the whole process I was going through my cancer treatment, because I didn't want to talk to her, because I know if I talk to her, I'm going to break down. I'm going to tell her something. All I did was text my brother. I say, tell mama to pray for me. You pray for me. That's it. Because I was doing my radiation treatments. I did my radiation treatments for 6 months. Nobody, my coworkers didn't know. I went to work every day. I didn't tell nobody because I didn't want nobody feeling sorry for me. I needed that. I needed happiness. I needed regularity. I needed all that to help me get, and it did. It helped me get through what I was going through. That's how I did it. Nobody ever knew until after the fact. But with that being said, like I say, if you're dealing with certain things, if you know somebody, or you're dealing with it yourself, or you know kids or something, you need to seek help. And you need to talk to someone that you can trust. Like I say, if you don't trust anybody, go to I call her my counselor. I don't call her a psychologist. I don't call her the therapist. Talk to someone you can trust, because it will help you get out of your comfort zone. I would not be here. And I'm going to tell you another thing. My trust in God is the best thing. Thank God my parents put the seed in me as trusting in God, because it helped me get through a lot. I used to pray a lot, which I pray a lot still every day. Because every time I ask God for something, he's answered it. He didn't answer that same week. He didn't answer that same month. But he did answer it. It's amazing how God works. And that's why I'm so enriched in the power of God. Prayer is definitely a part of my life and where I get through certain things. But we need to, like I say, we need to get to a nation where we start addressing and listening to people and let people express how they actually feel. What's happening, we're creating a nation of people that we don't know who they are. We don't know what they're going through. We don't know what they're feeling. Like the unfortunate shooting that happened 4 hours west of here in Uvalde. They talk about the guns and stuff. It was so unfortunate, just so sad. I don't even like watching on the news to see young babies like that shot up like that. But people is so emotional and things like that. Like, oh, we need to get rid of this. Look, if somebody want to do something bad to you, they don't care about laws. They don't care about how many laws on the books. Guns, of course, I own many guns, but guns, if I want to get a gun, I can get a gun quicker in Houston. I can get drugs and guns quicker than anything here in the Houston area, like nothing. People want to do something bad to you. They don't care about laws. They going to get what they going to get, and they going to do what they going to do. They don't care about laws. Criminals don't care about laws. They don't care. I mean, until people get that in their head, that's not the issue. The issue is the people doing it. They the one need the help. We need to address those individuals. It just really, it sometimes just irritates me. It just, people get so emotional on certain things and they forget really, really, really common sense facts. It's just common sense. But anyway, y'all, I could let this video go on and on and on, but I want to share this with you to kind of address mental health awareness. If you're going through something, if you know people kind of going through something, listen to people. Like I talk about Dylan. I want Dylan one day, if he's comfortable in the next month or so, to tell his story. Dylan been through a lot as a child, and he's still going through a lot of things as a child. And sometimes he come over here. He said it a couple of days ago. He say, I like coming over here because he just gets me in another relaxed environment. He said that. And I'm not going to go into detail, but we was talking about certain things, and we getting set up for the video. He said, oh, I'm sorry. I said, Dylan, don't worry about the videos and all that. That's not important right now. Just sit down and talk. And all I do is listen. I just listen to him. That's all I do. And sometimes young people just need somebody to listen to them and not criticize them, not judge them, and just listen. That's all they want, someone to listen to them. And I believe me, I've been through that, and I know what they're going through, and know how to get over it, and I can give my advice. I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the solutions, but I can give my best way advice through my life experience how to help someone else. But anyway, y'all, I want to share this little video and let y'all know y'all are very important to me. I look forward to y'all comments. And another thing, like I say, that's why I don't deal with a lot of drama and stuff like that, because I'm not going to put up with all that. If you come to my channel, all that crazy stuff like that, I'm going to put you on blast and I'm going to block you. Because you know, just I told you a story. I'm no longer that person that you can do that to. That's out of my life. And I'm not going to do that because it almost stunted my growth to where I am now. And people that come to my channel, you can notice, don't come to my channel with all that stuff like that. And people in my life and drama, even on my jobs and stuff, all that gossiping, I don't need that. Just talking about people, I don't make fun of people. I don't talk about people because I know how it makes people feel. I know the hurt inside. I do not do that. If you're around me doing that stuff, get away from me. I understand jokes and kidding and stuff like that, but if you're serious talking about people and making fun, get out of my circle. I have no time for that at all. But anyway, y'all, like I said, y'all are very important to me. I love reading your comments. I love the lives on Monday. See me tonight live. Like I say, Dylan will be on live with me tonight. It's gonna be a special 2-hour live. So yeah, 5 p.m. Central Time, and I don't know how we're gonna do it. It's gonna be fun, laugh like always. I really look forward to that. Look forward to the comments, and like I said, I just like I say, helping others with a purpose, and hoping this video is helping others with a purpose. No money involved, and I'm not giving you nothing. I'm just giving you my life experiences and my knowledge. And a lot of stuff my mom and brother and all that didn't even know I was dealing with, because I didn't never reach out and say that. Because I mean, I didn't want my, oh, you weak, and my parents would squirt me, whatever. But I don't know. But anyway, y'all, let me close this video. But like I said, happy Memorial Day too. Before I close, if I didn't say it in the beginning, of all the men and women that have sacrificed their lives for I can sit here and do this video. I can do YouTube videos. I can go out and do what I want without the fear of things like some other countries just totally devastated by wars. I just have freedom. I never will take for granted the freedom and liberties of the United States of America. And I've always said, like I said, I might be biased, but we live on the greatest country on planet Earth. So anyway, y'all, if you like this video, please share, please comment, please subscribe. Please follow my other social media accounts: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Remember the hashtag 2022, helping others with a purpose. Old School Soul Food. Until next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.